Today, guys, we are reacting to ranking therapists who could cure Dexter. Now, I forget who makes this video, but I will put their name in the title, if possible. Hopefully possible. Go check them out. This is a W video. It's ranking therapists who could cure Dexter. Basically, you know what it is. This sounds like a good video to just watch, and if I remember the creator's name, I will end up saying it.
Truth be told, I never expected to make progress in therapy.
Throughout the series, spanning all the way back to the first episode, we have been slowly but surely introduced to Dexter Morgan and his dark side. Although in his youth, Harry Morgan sought to improve his particular condition by getting him help in all kinds of ways, nothing seemed to help his situation in the end whatsoever.
No.
With this in mind, it leaves many questioning if therapists and psychiatrists
Jordan Peterson being the first one that he pops up is crazy work.
outside of the Dexter universe would be able to truly cure this abnormal disease he suffers from. And in this video, we will be analyzing which fictional and real-life therapists would be able to help Dexter's dark passenger, ranking individuals from all kinds of pop fiction movies and TV shows. Before we begin, I'm going to go over the tier list I have created for this specific video.
Alright.
Starting from the highest tier, we have therapists I believe would be able to cure Dexter fully of his dark past.
That would be crazy work if possible.
Allowing him to live his life the way he wants to, in a peaceful way where he has no secret desires to pursue heinous acts. Secondly, I have those who could help Dexter cope. This means individuals who could help him control his impulses to a certain extent, giving him the ability to better understand himself and live a healthier life. Not quite stopping his dark passenger, but restricting his urge significantly more than before. The third tier is psychiatrists who can make Dexter reflect, which is a rather mediocre tier. Although his urges and impulses wouldn't be really changed, it would allow for Dexter to better his relationships with the people around him, ensuring their safety both emotionally and physically. Second and last, I have those who wouldn't stand a chance, meaning Dexter would completely blank out anything they are saying out of his mind, potentially aggravating him to leave and never return again. Finally, all the way at the bottom, I have therapists who could potentially end up on Dexter's table, even if it means breaking the code to a certain extent. Now, without further ado, let's start off with Jordan Peterson.
Any comments on the presence at your protest? The presence of assaulting people at your protest. Do you have any comment on that?
Yeah, I don't like Nazis.
Jordan Peterson.
Okay, Jordan Peterson. Is he gonna glaze Jordan Peterson though? Because he might start glazing Jordan Peterson. I would not be surprised. There are a lot of respect to whoever made this video, by the way. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Is a clinical psychologist, professor, and influential public figure known for his deep dives into topics like personal responsibility, psychology of chaos and order, and navigating life's hardship. His work often emphasizes the importance of discipline, self-awareness, and moral structure, resonating with many people who seek to better understand themselves. I would have
Okay, this reminds me of like Sunny V2. If Sunny V2 did these type of videos, this is what it would be like, I believe. They have a therapist on here from GTA. Okay. Alrighty.
place Jordan in the tier of could help Dexter cope, and here's why. Peterson's unique perspective on human behavior and his ability to articulate psychological concepts in an accessible way has made him a polarizing but undeniably impactful voice. For someone like Dexter, who battles with his own internal chaos.
Chat, do y'all agree with him? No, actually, you know, I will say something about Jordan Peterson. He is a genuinely good psychiatrist. He's genuinely good at what he does. So, Yeah.
and strict code of conduct, Peterson's teachings offer an intriguing lens. His guidance could aid Dexter in managing his impulses and gaining a clearer understanding of his inner struggles. Although he is not trained for cases as complex as Dexter's, he could still deeply help him in a way that would significantly change the way his life worked.
Maybe, if Dexter actually listened.
Before. Overtaking the once powerful code Dexter followed with a structure that is even more shaped for Dexter's dark needs.
Oh, God.
Did you just smell me? Difficult to avoid.
Hannibal Lecter is a brilliant psychiatrist who is known for his unparalleled intellect, refined tastes, and
He is one of the worst psychiatrists for this situation. Though maybe not, and here's why. He'd end up on Dexter's table. Okay? Then it would not be breaking the code. It wouldn't be in a breaking the code kind of way.
manipulative nature. Considering his unique characteristics and moral values, I would unfortunately have to place him in the could end up on Dexter's table tier. Lecter's insane ability to enable the darkest recesses of the human mind would undoubtedly intrigue Dexter, but his own murderous tendencies and lack of moral boundaries would place the two in direct conflict. While Lecter could intellectually challenge and even understand Dexter in ways few others could, the potential threat to innocence would ultimately violate Harry's code, leading to Dexter to do what he does and take out Hannibal Lecter once and for all.
Yep.
And although I'm not specifically discussing if Dexter could even get him on his table because Hannibal's skills are outstanding, I'm saying that Dexter
Yes.
in a perfect world would strive ultimately to put him on his famous table wrapped in plastic. Their dynamic would ultimately be a dangerous game of cat and mouse, leading there to be no therapeutic resolution, and rather complicate both of their lives more than they already are.
Oh yeah, this one.
Now why did I do that?
Dr. Buddy Rydell from the comedy film Anger Management with Adam Sandler is best known for his rather strange methods that often stray very carefully between the lines of therapy and chaos. I would have to place him in the could make Dexter reflect tier, and here's why. His very bizarre and confrontational style might actually force Dexter to question his own actions.
Okay, that's really smart, but like, you're saying, I think you're right. I think you're right, actually.
In relationships in ways he never has. While his unorthodox methods may push Dexter out of his comfort zone and into a certain form of self-realization, they are far too unpredictable and superficial to actually begin to deal with the death of Dexter's trauma or his dark passenger. Although some could say he would end up on Dexter's table because of his extreme annoyance and mind games, we have actually seen Dexter deal with these kinds of annoying characters in the show, and like yes, for the most part, he follows the code. In the end, Rydell may help Dexter see a little more clearly how he operates around others, but his tactics would likely go nowhere in terms of inflicting any real or lasting change.
He pushes people away before they have a chance to leave him. It's a defense mechanism, all right? And for 20 years,
my favorite.
because of that.
Dr. Sean McGuire, the therapist from Good Will Hunting, is known for his ability to tear down emotional walls and get through to the most resistant people and ultimately explore their deepest insecurities and traumas. Although it's hard to say anyone could cure Dexter, I would still have to place him in the could cure Dexter tier, because in my opinion, he is the best therapist on this list by far. Sean's approach to therapy revolving around empathy, honesty, and a deep understanding of trauma makes him one of the few who could truly reach Dexter on a profound level. This would give Dexter the ability to understand and finally overcome the pain that is driving his dark passenger, with Sean's ability to help people face their paths and find peace with themselves in the present. By helping Dexter face his unresolved childhood trauma with the addition of fostering a real connection.
Yeah, he would definitely. I feel like he'd have a good time. I feel like Dexter
Might
would
be
also
able-
like him. Dexter would like him quite a bit, I feel.
To guide him towards a life that involves Dexter being free of the compulsions that have defined him for such a long time. Finally, allowing Dexter to be at peace and truly build relationships with individuals without the usual conclusion of them ending in chaos.
Here, can we just get a quick photo together? Cheese.
Oh no.
What's this? I really think I can't treat you anymore. The fact is, I'm in love with you.
Dr. Friedlander, who is Michael's therapist from GTA.
This guy always. He was so weird, bro, this therapist.
5 is known more for his focus on money and superficial advice than for any meaningful therapeutic expertise, placing him with certainty in the wouldn't stand a chance tier.
Yeah.
His insincere approach and lack of genuine interest in his patients would render him completely ineffective in dealing with someone as complex as Dexter. From what we've seen of him, he sticks to the quick surface level solutions, which would result in him not even making a dent in Dexter's life, being a total waste of time. I also think that this therapist has probably been doing some weird stuff behind the scenes,
Yeah.
similar to the one we saw in the show itself. But
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right, but also like. Yeah, no, you're right, because I don't think that Dexter could actually. That therapist would not have a chance with Dexter.
this in mind, it could potentially result in him going out similar to how Dexter took out his therapist. Although I'm not saying he would be on the table, I mean, who knows? Los Santos has kind of built a reputation of being scummy and criminal-like, even those you least expect to be. This would ultimately result in Dexter probably walking out in the middle of the session, never returning again.
Look, it's impossible for me to talk to a psychiatrist.
Oh,
Any
yeah.
thoughts at all on why you blacked out?
I don't know. Stress, maybe.
About what?
Dr. Jennifer Melfi, who is
Yep.
a psychiatrist from The Sopranos, is known for her ability to change the complex minds of her difficult patients.
Yes, she would 100% be able to cure Dexter.
The most notable being Tony Soprano himself. Her work on him has highlighted her patience and skill in relation to dealing with individuals who operate outside of traditional moral boundaries, thus placing her generously in the could help Dexter cope.
No!
Melfi's understanding of human behavior and her ability to create a safe therapeutic space would actually allow her to connect with Dexter on a meaningful level. Although she may not be able to fully get rid of his dark passengers, she could help him explore the root causes for his impulses.
Okay,
and
you know what, you have a
eventually
good
develop
you have a good
strategies to
point.
manage them more effectively. However, as seen in her therapy sessions with Tony, Melfi does from time to time have moral hesitations and also struggles with her own boundaries, which in the end might limit her ability to push Dexter towards a complete transformation, leaving her impact significant but unfortunately not absolute. Although it's hard to say any of these therapists, even the most brilliant ones, could fully cure or come close to curing Dexter's heinous tendencies, I can generously assume that this list makes sense to a certain extent. Of course, there are many ways people can argue for some to be higher or lower than others, and I totally think there is room for discussion as to where these individuals were placed. But I want to know what you guys thought. Do you think anyone could really cure Dexter's dark passenger, or is he a lost cause? Which psychiatrist would you have liked to see on here, and as well, what would you like to see for a future video? If you made it to the end, I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribed, as it really helps me grow this channel and make more videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.
Yeah, Dexter could 100% do that. I see it like 100%, so yeah. I think he is right. And I think that, yeah, you know what? Yeah, he made a lot of good points in the video. The one that I disagree with the most, though, is the one about, GTA, actually. I feel like the GTA therapist would end up on Dexter's table. But anyways, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Make sure to subscribe to the guy who made this great, awesome video that we reacted to today. And with no farther to do, let's get right into leaving this off. Bye-bye.